It's right here. There's no fixing that. At least I'm not fixing it. Plus, I think it's under warranty, so looks like it's a replacement coil. Another micro channel bites the dust. What's going on, guys? It is July 25th, 2023, Tuesday. And I'm going to show you guys a couple calls here today. First up, it was a pretty easy one. We changed the fan blade out on a package unit that was, for some reason, buried in a deck. So take a look. All right, we got a broken fan blade here we need to replace, but some wise guy built a deck around this unit. It was a task getting this side panel off. Kenny's taking the screws out of the fan now. I just wanted to do that because I didn't see a disconnect out here, but there's a breaker inside here. Went ahead and cut the breaker so this thing doesn't try to come on us. Lift it up and we'll just flip it upside down to change it.
Pretty tight on there.
Alright. See if we can get this right off. Pretty tight. Might need the hub puller to get it off. All right, yep, the blade's being stubborn, so we're gonna use the hub or blade puller. What this does, I know a lot of you guys have probably already used it, but these 3 bolts will tighten down on the hub, and then this bolt here in the middle will basically push the shaft out the center. So we're gonna loosen this up. This is a pretty new one, so I haven't had a chance to work it in and get everything loose yet. So we're gonna make sure all that's good. And when you put this on there, you wanna make sure one of these bolts doesn't get in your set screw hole, because if you do that, you'll booger that up and you won't get your set screw back in. We're gonna set that just like that. And we're going to tighten these down around it. It actually comes with a tool to tighten it down. Sometimes it's easier to use the adjustable, but sometimes it's good to use this. So we're going to screw these in a little bit, get them started some. You want them all even too. You don't want to have one tighter than the other, because then it won't go on there evenly. Take and tighten them all down evenly. And that's good. All right, now that we're good and tight there, can you let me see another adjustable wrench, the bigger one? You could use a socket on this too. I believe it's a 3/4 socket that goes there, but you could use 2 adjustable wrenches too. And you're gonna back the one up, and then you're just gonna tighten this down on there. And it's gonna start walking that shaft right out of here. It's starting to get looser. There you have it. Yeah, this one is quite broken. So hopefully United Refrigeration gave us the proper blade. Kenny's pulling it out of there now. Yep, it does have a hub on it too, so that's good. Yep, looks like the exact replacement. give it a couple taps. You don't want to tap you never want to tap the shaft though, because you'll mushroom that head, and then the next guy that might go to try to take this off, he won't be able to get it off without cutting the shaft. Alright, I'm just going to tighten this down. There we go. Good to go. We'll flip that back over and get it back in. I'm just going to do a visual inspection of everything else. Looks like that capacitor is new, although I don't like the way it's installed, so we'll probably fix that too. Alright, that's better. We flipped it up, right side up, and then used this slit here to put our screw hole in. Now that's good and secure and doesn't look like it's about to fall out of there. So, alright. I think Kenny's got all the screws back in. We'll go ahead and start it back up, and then we'll test it and make sure we're good. There's that. Alright, here we go. Looking good. Very cool. They built the deck around the propane tank too. Ay, ay, ay. And they got the Mitsubishi right over top there.
I wonder how you even work on that thing. Just stand on the unit?
Yeah, you stand on the unit, I guess. Yeah, I don't know why someone built a deck around that unit, but it made it a little difficult to get to. So, all right, guys. Next up, we did a PM on a 7.5 ton air handler and outdoor unit. The space is under construction. The unit had been there for a while. They're doing a tenant fit out right now, and they never shut the unit off when they started to sand the drywall. So they called us in to clean it up. So take a look. All right, guys, we got a 7.5 ton Trane here. We're gonna be cleaning today, full of drywall dust. The filters caught a lot of it, but we still got a lot of dust in there. Even if you can't see it, it gets embedded in there. So we're gonna start it off with the Evap foam, no rinse by New Calgon. Then we're gonna follow it up with some Evap power mixed to a 3-to-1. So we're just gonna go ahead and put this stuff on there first. We're gonna get a good coating on there and then follow it up with the other stuff. So we'll start from the top. It's got a really long spray on it, so that's good. We're gonna get the whole coil covered, and then we'll even get it from the other side there. All right, here you go. Yeah, we got the foam on there, and then we followed it up with the Evap power. Just getting a couple more spots here, but you can already see how much cleaner this coil is. Yeah, we did a pretty good job on it, and we're not going to rinse it at all. The condensate that it makes will rinse the rest of that dirt away. So pretty good shape here. And we're going to move on to the condensate line. We have our condensate P-trap here. You can see somebody set up a weird clean out situation here, and the gallo gun doesn't fit down in there. It stops right here. So we have a new tool by New Calgon that'll get us down in there. This is the gallo gun cannon, and we're gonna screw this onto our gallo gun, and it's gonna inflate to the size of the pipe and blow our drain out. The only thing I don't know is if this will work on the 1-inch pipe that we have, but we're gonna find out. All right, here it is right here. We got it threaded onto our gallo gun, and we're gonna drop this piece down in here. Trying to do this one-handed because we are on a 10-foot ladder right now. So we're gonna drop that in as far down as it'll go. Like I said, I don't know if this is gonna work on 1-inch pipe, or we're about to find out. So we're down past this part here. So we are down in here somewhere. So let's go ahead and pull the trigger, see what happens. mess, but I think we did clear it out. So I think, I don't know if it expanded all the way to the 1 inch, but it did clear our condensate out. So we're gonna follow that up with some water and make sure it's flushed out good. We also have a clean out there, but I don't think I'm gonna mess with that clean out. But yeah, so I'll have to try it on a 3/4 one to see how much better it works on 3/4, but it definitely works on 1 inch. So there we go. All right, we dumped a whole gallon of hot water down this trap. It goes a ways. You want to make sure you get as much water poured in there as you can and as hot as you can get it. All right, so we got the coil clean. We got the trap cleaned out. We got new filters in there. And we're gonna put the panels back on and then start this thing back up and see how it runs. They shut it down, like I said, due to it being, the filters being clogged with drywall dust, but we're gonna find out how it works. All right, checking out our wheel and our belt here. Looking good there. Thermostat connections here. Gonna get an amp draw on this motor real quick, make sure it's pulling the correct amount of amps. And yeah, pretty good. This unit isn't that old and it really hasn't been used that much, because this unit was installed in 2020, but the space hasn't been occupied until now. They are doing a tenant fit out. So got some insulation we might need to fix here. It's starting to pull in. Yeah. All right, we're at the outdoor unit now. We're gonna start rinsing this coil. You see, this coil isn't really that dirty, but we're still gonna clean it anyway. We're gonna rinse it, and then we're actually gonna use, can't get around that stuff. We're gonna use this on it, the Tri-Power HD. This is for evaporators and condensers, detergent, degreaser, deodorizer. So we're gonna, after we get it good and wet, we're gonna put this on there, and then we're actually gonna rinse this off also. Great for use on permanent filters, fan blades, and general cleaning. Ideal for microtanic oils. Expanding foam, metal safe. Yes, this Tri-Power HD is non-corrosive. You can use this on any metal. All right, we're just gonna start from on the inside, we're gonna start from the top, work our way across with it. It's gonna expand. Just gonna try to get everything covered. It's kind of hard to get in there with everything from the inside, but we're gonna make sure we try to hit everything with it. That's where that really long spray comes in good. All right, we're gonna work this around the rest of the unit. See, it kind of expands all over the place and gets a good covering. All right, we're gonna hit the outside now too. All right, we've got it all over the outside too. Gonna let that sit on there for a few minutes, and we're gonna go ahead and rinse it back off. All right, we're just rinsing all that off there now. Getting the coil good and clean. Yeah, this coil has some damage to it. I don't know where it came from, but somebody's whipped the hell out of it. We're gonna continue to rinse this bad boy, let it dry out a little bit, then we'll start it back up. All right, we got a good clean coil now. Looking good. Just started it back up, and we're just gonna finish up with this PM now. we should be good to go. A lot of units up here. Yeah, guys, so we got that one cleaned up and made sure it was running good, and we got up out of there. So I really like that gallo gun cannon attachment. I'm sure you're only supposed to use it on 3/4, but I proved it does work on 1 inch. And I think that splashback that I got at first was it not expanding all the way to the 1 inch? It eventually did, but I think that's what that little splashback was I got. So stay tuned. I'll show you how it works on a 3/4. But yeah, that's a really neat attachment there. So, but all right, guys, we got a no cooling call. It came in as a no cooling call. We showed up, and unfortunately, I couldn't get them going today. So take a look. All right, we got a unit. Just turned the thermostat on. Contactor's not pulled in. We have a 01 on the display here. Let's get a brush and try to clean some of this up. What the hell is 01? Pressure switch, low. Okay. We're probably in a low pressure alarm. All right, we are on a low pressure lockout is because we have no refrigerant at all. So we're gonna give her some nitrogen and see if we can find the leak. Well, we found it. It's in this micro channel coil. I can feel it. It's right here. There's no fixing that. At least I'm not fixing it. Plus, I think it's under warranty, so looks like it's a replacement coil. Another micro channel bites the dust. It's only from 2021. Yeah, so we secured that coil change out. We're going to get it on the schedule. It was a little late in the day to get it ordered and have it be here tomorrow. Don't know if the schedule would allow it to be done tomorrow anyway, but we secured that and we'll be doing it in the coming days. So if I do it, I'll film it. If I don't do it, then I won't film it. So, all right, guys, that's going to be it for this one. If you haven't done so already, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch you on the next one.